Chapter 1 was completed. Play Chapter 2 or Chapter Select. Hello, everyone. Renegade 68 here with some Let's Play DeltaRune Chapter 2. Okay, I guess I should probably talk a little bit about some stuff before I start this. I've played Chapter 1 before, of course. I played it on the day of release, not knowing what it was. If I knew what it was, I would have probably recorded it. But I didn't know what it was. But now I know what it is. It's cool. I like DeltaRune. But I know what Chapter 1 is. So I don't know what Chapter 2 is beyond the fact they called it Chapter 2. But I'm excited to play it. I think that they carry over some stuff from your Chapter 1 stuff. It's interesting because I didn't play Chapter 1 on Steam. I had to download Chapter 2 on Steam. I played Chapter 1 through their initial release where it was just a survey. It was just like an exe file or whatever you call those. And yet the Steam still seems to know that I've already beaten Chapter 1 even though I never beat it on Steam. I don't know what progress it affects. What the stuff you did in Chapter 1, how much it affects what happens in Chapter 2, I don't know. I guess to quickly say a couple of important things about what I did in Chapter 1. I think I got the Genocide Ending, or the bad ending, or whatever you call it. I didn't kill anyone. I went out of my way to not kill anyone. I saw the ending, and I went on YouTube and saw, oh, there's 2 endings. And I was like, this is the ending you get if you kill someone. And I was like, that's the ending I got, but I didn't kill anyone, so I don't know how the fuck that happened, but yeah, I don't remember killing anyone, but I got the ending where there's bad, because there's like another ending you get if you don't kill anyone, and I didn't get that one. I don't remember killing anyone, but I didn't fight Jevel. I left him in there. I wonder if that means he'll be in there in Chapter 2. I don't know if we go to completely different areas, if we can revisit areas at all. I think if memory serves, it's been a while. But there was like one key or something I could never find. Because I didn't look anything up in my initial thing. I figured that when the full game came out, I could just do that. And now instead of the full game coming out, he just released Chapter 2. Even though I thought he said that he was going to release like the full game and not do it episodically and that the rest would not be free, but this is free and it's episodic, so a continued demo possibly. But if the full game ever comes around, I'll probably do a full game LP. I don't know. I've definitely seen Jevel, but I didn't fight him myself. So I'll go out of my way to fight him if they let me fight him in Chapter 2. But we'll see. Beyond that, I don't think there's much of importance to say. I have a lot of different theories, but let's just start Chapter 2 and see where they throw us. Okay. Ho 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 ho. DeltaRune. Who's laughing? Jevel tends to laugh. Whoa. Start Chapter 2 from Chapter 1's file. Ren. Your room. Chapter 1 end. 246 minutes? That's probably correct. Completion file not found. Made on seeing credits. Don't use Chapter 1 file. Huh. Interesting. I wonder what that affects. Very interesting. But I mean, I guess I'll use it, right? Why not? You know, DeltaRune seems like a game where your choices don't matter. But if your save file is carrying over and stuff, I think your choices matter a little bit. I guess we'll see. I have a hot take about Undertale that your choices really don't matter at all in that game. Like, Undertale's a great game. I love Undertale. It's one of my favorite games, actually. But it took me a while to come around on it because I just disagree so hard with the notion that it's a game where your choices matter. There's only one choice that matters. The beginning of the game, you decide, I want to kill people or I don't want to kill people. Pretty much. And then you either get the ending where you fight Sans, or you get the normal ending. And then you have to do it again. But, yeah. So if this is actually carrying stuff over, maybe your choices matter more in DeltaRune. I don't know. But sure, we'll just continue. Start. Chris? Yes, Goat Mom? Toriel. Chris, honey, are you awake? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be fully voice acting this game. What? Wait! Oh? What? Is that a knife? Is he stabbing people? Oh, we're just picking up right away? What? Chris, did you eat all the pie? Okay. What the fuck just happened? So, Chris, is that a knife? Right, because at the end of DeltaRune, he pulled out a knife at the end of Chapter 1. And so it was like he was going to stab her. Did he stab her? In like an alternate reality, maybe he stabbed her, but then that's different? Or it's just a dream. It could have been a dream, but I think it's like half and half. I think what happened at the end of DeltaRune definitely happened. I think Chris is fighting against us, the player, to some extent. And like Chris is maybe not a very nice person. But I assume that him stabbing the goat mom might have been a dream. Maybe. Stabbing the Toriel. Interesting. So I will say that I have a general conspiracy theory regarding DeltaRune. Oh, right. I should probably continue my train of thought. I was going to say, it's so nice having a game that doesn't have any voice acting in it for the first time in a while. I just play so many games with voice acting where I don't really have the ability. I don't really have the time to establish my own. I like voices. I'm so conflicted about voices because I like voices. They can really enhance the experience, but also, if they're done poorly, they can really fuck up the experience. So at least without voices, I know that that will never be an issue, and that I can just they'll all the acting will always be done well in my head. It's also nice to give the characters life with my voice to an extent, but I go both ways on it. It's just I've been playing voice games for so long that it's refreshing. Did you eat all the pie? Ah! Facepalm! Oh, it is your knife in this empty tin, is it not? Okay. So that's Chris's knife. Chris took all the pie. Already, right off the bat, it's fascinating. They're jumping right away. I mean, I guess it makes sense, but I figured they might do... I guess I wasn't thinking much about it, but I figured they might do like they jump ahead a little bit, and then there might be some mystery about what was Chris doing, and then you find out over time. And maybe there is some mystery still there, but... Your knife... So part of that was probably a dream, because it's like, Chris, no, the knife, no! Although maybe it wasn't a dream, because she could have easily seen the pie and going, I wanted to eat that pie. But yeah, there's a lot of evidence in DeltaRune Chapter 1 that Chris is a bit of a prankster. Maybe not a bad person, but at least a prankster. And so he could have definitely eaten all that pie when he shouldn't have. But yeah, how much at odds will Chris come with us, the player? Because it's kind of just a cock tease if he whips out his knife and it's just, I'm going to be a prankster. So I assume there's some badness there. But yeah, as I was saying about the whole conspiracy theory idea, I'm one of the believers that this is the, reality or whatever that Sans comes from in sort of like a multi-dimensional way. This might be a grander scale prequel for Sans, because Sans clearly has unfinished business from Undertale, and there's a lot of hints that this is the unfinished business. This is the prequel, as it were. We'll see how hard they lean into that, but that is definitely in my mind. It's your knife in this empty tin, is it not? Oh, Chris. Am I going to have to lock the oven again? She just chuckles about it. Oh, Chris, such a prankster. She's clearly used to it. It's a normal behavior. Which goes against how my character, who I named Ren, I suppose. Renegade, fitting. Even though I wasn't recording, I named him Red. Interesting. Interesting. Because, yeah, you do a lot of things in DeltaRune Chapter 1. That's right. You did a lot of things in Chapter 1 with Chris, where characters would go, wow, you're acting like kind of a person. That's weird. Normally, you're a little shit. So, am I going to have to lock the oven again? It suggests that there's an internal conflict between Chris and the player, the avatar. Well, hurry out of bed. It is time for school. I wonder if we're going to see the king again. the king of, you know, Lancer's dad, or if he's just out of the narrative. Because, you know, Lancer's dad was the first time so far. Like, unlike in Undertale, where everybody had some good, compassionate side to them somewhere deep down, in Deltarune, Lancer's dad is the first time, really, we've seen someone who seems pretty hard to redeem. Maybe not impossible, but we certainly never succeeded at redeeming him in Chapter 1. So I do wonder if we're going to see him again, or if he's just going to be like, he was the Chapter 1 bad guy. And we might see him again, but he'll still be a bad guy. It's time for school. Okay. Can I move? Yes, I can. What do buttons do? X is nothing. Square is nothing. I'm using a PS2, PS4? PS4 controller. Chris, level 1. We're still level 1. That's a theory of mine. I have a prediction we're going to level up in this chapter. Because in chapter 1, even if you go out of your way to kill people, you do not level up. You can't level up. Like, the enemies always run away by default. So I have an assumption that we're going to, maybe not in this chapter, but at some point we are going to forcibly, Chris will take things out of the player's hands, as it were, and we're going to level up. Would be my assumption on the matter. Item, ball of junk. I could drop and I'd probably lose my stats when I go back into the dark world, I assume. I'd lose my weapons. Ball of junk, a small ball of accumulated things in your pocket. It smells like scratch and sniff marshmallow stickers. Can I use? You looked at the junk ball in admiration. Nothing happened. I love the flavor text. Stats. Chris, since chapter 1. Since chapter 1. Level 1, attack 10, up by 1. Experience 0, next 10. Yeah, I believe if you beat Jevil, you can either get like a good weapon or a good not weapon. I forget how that works. Armor, if you beat him passively, I think. I enjoy the idea that there's going to be, you know, like actually, because Susie was all about combat for the most part. So I know Toby said after his initial FAQ, after chapter 1, that he wanted to improve combat. Because even Undertale's combat was probably a little better than how it was in Deltarune, because there was different weapons, and the different weapons would have different styles of combat. I still think it's kind of weak, and that's kind of fine, because the combat isn't, like, actively attacking things isn't that important in Undertale, but it is a weak part, I would say. So if Deltarune is going to have attacking as a more, like, thing, as a more realistic option, something you can just do if you want to, and not feel bad about it, because the whole point was in Undertale you just constantly feel bad about it. But if you're expecting them to run away, or especially if you're going to be forced to level up at certain points, then improving the combat would be nice. Weapon, pencil, armor, bandage, money, 2. Sell. Call home. Ring. Call home. Interesting. Do we not get like a number from Sans? Or no, there was like a joke where he talked to Sans and he was going to give you his number. But then he's like, what, you think I'd give a number of someone who I just met? Hello? Dreamer residence? Who might this be? Chris. Do not make me come over there. Hey, maybe that's in character for Chris. Doing the prank. Click. Love it. Now this is this bird cage is interesting. It's a bird cage. When the door is closed, there's no escape. That's very interesting text. Because when the door is closed on your heart, there's no escape, like at the end of chapter 1. Can I go back to sleep? Your bed. Closed drawer. Ooh, such simple text. Is that more evocative of this being Chris's personality? Because he finds it all boring? Also, Asriel is coming back from college or whatever, right? So I assume that means... I really wonder what's going on with Asriel, because I assume the Asriel from college is like the grown-up version of Asriel, like what we got in Undertale. As opposed to, in Deltarune Chapter 1, you know, Ralsei is an anagram of Asriel, and at the end of the chapter he takes off his thing or whatever, so like that's like a Dark World version of Asriel, but I assume it's not the actual Asriel, so it might have double Asriels, I don't know. Even after a long night, the sunrise is the same as always. Okay. There's $5 in your brother's drawer. Take it? Ooh! You reluctantly borrowed $5. Okay. Maybe I want to be in character, be a bit of a douche. I don't know. Play it up a little bit. You have already taken enough. For a second, I thought they might have forced my hand, but no, not yet. Underneath the bed is an old cartridge of Cat Patters RPG. Cat Petters. Caddy and Caddy can be seen faintly written on it in warm gel pen. Caddy, not Braddy and Caddy. Braddy and Caddy were in Undertale. And they said they kind of hanged out with Asriel a bit, I think. Or they might have said that in DeltaRune. No, yeah, it wouldn't make sense for them to have said it in Undertale because he was like dead or whatever. I don't remember how long he was dead for. You know, he died when he looked like a child, right? I don't remember exactly. His grown-up form that he forms at the end of Undertale, I think that was the first time he looked that big. I don't remember the timeline-wise what he looked like when he initially died, but can be seen. I just remember, yeah, you and Asriel, we were friends in college or whatever. Somebody said that at some point. Or I might have been thinking of the dear girl's dad said that him and Asgore were friends in college. That's probably what I was thinking of. On the computer's desktop is a folder called Epic Game Stuff. Is that a reference to the Epic Games store that you can buy things on? Or even Epic Games that makes the Fortnite, which I have never played? It's a poorly drawn design for a game. Is that like a rip at Epic Games? Seems the last boss is a creature with giant rainbow wings. Oh, is that like a rip at Undertale? Because the last boss is Asriel, who's got rainbow wings. Doesn't seem like this game ever saw the light of day. I don't know about that. Is Asriel like a game designer? Game dev? I already read this. I just thought by going from the other perspective, it would change what it said. Okay. Oh, what if we call her again? I love messing with Toriel. Hello, Dreamer residents. Who might this be? It's the same text. 3 strikes you're out? Okay, it's not 3 strikes. It's possible it's like 10 strikes or something crazy. Toby has done that before, but I'm not going to mess with it anymore. There's no time to read books. Just generally. Agreement. I get all the reading I ever need from trading card games. And video games, actually, I'd say, as I'm reading video games. A cactus. There's not much to say about it. What? But it's the most tsundere of plants! That's what Frisk from Undertale would think. How to draw dragons at the bottom of the drawer. The purple character on the cover is dressed immodestly. Oh no, scandalous. Dragon waifu? Your brother will never return this book. It's what they call you. Are you sure it's what they call me? Who is they that's calling me you? Who are they to decide that I'm you and they're them? Or I guess they would have called themselves they, not them. Maybe they is Gaster. I only know about Gaster basically through Matt Pat's theory video from back in the day. Whichever day that was. I certainly never realized Gaster was a thing when playing through Undertale or DeltaRune Chapter 1. Or, well, playing through Undertale the first time. I'd seen those videos by the time I watched, by the time I played DeltaRune, but Chapter 1. I just think of instinctively of Chapter 1 as DeltaRune, because it was all that there was of DeltaRune for so long. Does this change? No. The door's locked. Okay. Ooh, those footstep sounds. Oh, I love them. It is not yet time to wash your hands. Oh, I have to eat first? But didn't you eat all the pie? It's a toilet. Flush it? Oh, I can still flush it. Yes, best game. Oh, that's so rewarding. I wonder if Toriel does the same thing in this. I know some of the secrets in DeltaRune Chapter 1. Not all of them. I believe if you flush it a bunch of times, Toriel comes in and is like, what the fuck? I never did that in Chapter 1, so maybe if the progress knows that I didn't do it, they'll have Toriel do it in this one. We'll see. Let's try it a few times. I flush it 5 times. I'll give it a good 5 flushes. This might be a Chapter 1 exclusive thing. Maybe it's 10 flushes? Okay, I have to give up on the flushes. What's this? This looks weird. It looks like it's a thing, but I can't examine it. On the shower ledge, there's a small container of apple-scented shampoo. And a gallon-sized container of pet shampoo. That is a fun joke, because Toriel is the pet. I understand the reference. The flavor in Undertale and DeltaRune is definitely... I don't want to say it's definitely the best thing about the games, but it is one of the best, if it is not the best. Because the character writing is also very strong. I think the flavor is a little better, but the character writing, and even the plot, is strong. It's all strong. It's not all strong. But all the parts that are strong make you not think about the parts that aren't strong. There's a photo on the fridge. It's of you, your mother, and your brother. Really want to see that brother this chapter. There's some white fur stuck in the drain. There's some cinnamony batter kicked on the stovetop. Ah, yes. Cookie cutters for gingerbread monsters and gingerbread humans. It's gingerbread equality. I like it. It's a trash can. Somehow its floral scent has increased. Ah, yes. Did I get the... I am pretty intimate with the Chapter 1 ending stuff. I believe I got the flowers from Asgore and gave them to Toriel, but I don't remember for sure. Its floral scent has increased. I definitely talked to Sans and was like, oh, I guess we'll hang out with Papyrus, so I assume that's going to happen, but... It's a landline phone, but you already have a cell phone. It's a chairial, the beloved living room chair. And this chair is just nothing, huh? It's the TV. Looks like it's plugged in, but it's dusty. It's a book of hymns. Okay. Hymns? Is that weird? I don't know if that's weird. What are hymns? Well, shall we go? Okay, we have to go straight to school. We can't wander around outside yet? Okay. We gonna play the song again? No. Just skip. Is Susie here? Doesn't look like it. Chris, there you are. Even Susie oh, she did? I didn't see her. I guess I don't know where she would sit. Even Susie showed up before you. Also, Susie character development. She's coming to school. That's cool. You could say that if Chris was getting overtaken by the player or the avatar or whatever, that maybe that's a good thing if it helps Susie character develop, though you could argue Lancer played a bigger part in that development. Oh yeah, she does have a desk, okay. Hey, Chris! If I knew you were gonna be late, then I would have been later. I would have showed up on time. I wouldn't have showed up on time. You showed up on time for me? That's cute. Susie, please don't kick your desk. Be nice if I could edit, like, the options a little bit. I don't know, that, I like the sound of the text scroll when the characters talk, and it's a bit, quiet compared to this particular song. Treat school property like you treat people. You're talking to the wrong person, Elphys. That is how she treats people. Ellipses. Okay. Next time I'll aim for the vitals. Oh, no Lancer to laugh with her. That's not what I... In any case, good morning, class. We have a lot to go over today. First, we're starting the reading from page 142! Of how many pages? Any volunteers? I guess I could read the... Oh, is she gonna get dejected again? It's always her volunteering, and then Alpha's going, Chris, you do it! And by always, I mean that's definitely happened at least once. That works. Oh, what would I make? Birdley's just standing on top of his desk. What voice do I give to Birdley? I could give him... Okay. Trouble yourself not, Noel. I will valiantly take this blow of humiliation. Because it means you get to be a suck-up? Why would you call it a humiliation, though? That's okay. I can... Oh, maybe she wants to read to impress Susie with her increased vocabulary. Because she does seem to have a bit of a thing for Susie. Page 142. You don't have to read that part. Page 142. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. That's referencing something. Times are pretty good. Times are pretty bad. Mediocre times, iffy times, so-so times. That's definitely referencing something, and it's bugging me that I can't remember what it is. Ah, dang it, Toby, you and your reference that I know, but I don't know that I know. Listening to this, your eyes began to close automatically. Okay. And? Have a nice day, everyone! Oh, you just let me alone in class? Do I have a detention for dozing off? Alphys, such a bad teacher. 1 out of 10. And please, remember your group projects! Oh, that's right, I have a group project with Susie, but is Susie still here? Nope. Oh, Chris, are you okay? I was, passed out. That was boring as fuck. You were, sleeping all class, and you didn't wake me up? Maybe her response will be, well, you know, maybe you got bad sleep at home. I don't know your home situation. I want to make sure you get your beauty sleep. But that's a whole other issue if that's the case. You really just need to wake me up. Don't worry, I'm not mad. Just concerned. Oh my god, that is her response. Usually you only sleep through the start. Are you hitting on me? Like you were hitting on my dad? Usually you only sleep through the start. Well, it was Birdley's lecture, so... What do you expect? Good luck and rest well tonight, okay? What a bad teacher. 2 out of 10. I gave you 1 out of 10 before. It went up because letting me sleep through class is kind of cool as long as I'm not learning anything important. Though, I mean, in school, the only things that are important to learn are the things that they put on the test, and that's why they're important to pass the test. Because, you know, all that stuff that's like, oh, you're not going to have a calculator all your life, but then you do because you have a cell phone. I didn't even really use a calculator most of the time because I'm pretty good at math. Also, I still have a flip phone, so I don't do all that fancy stuff with the cell phones that most people do. I just use my cell phones for this weird thing called calling people, and that's literally all I do with it for now. Good luck and rest all tonight, okay? Can I examine the desks? Wait, is she in class right now? She could be. Doesn't she teach, like, the kindergarten or something? No one picked up. Ah, she's probably busy working. Looks like motivational quotes from various literature. Try your best, Astral Wolf, even in your darkest hour. That one seems to be from a video game. Astral Wolf? It's probably referencing something. It's a bunch of roses. Roses for Asgore. The computer wallpaper is updated. The buff embracing heroes are now edited to be 4 inches apart. They have to be socially distanced? Because of COVID? Is that the reference? Or is it because Alphys wanted to be careful in case anyone was snooping like I tend to do? There's dialogue about proper distancing at the school dance. For a second, I just read proper distancing. I thought it was about COVID for a second, but no, okay. You wonder if your mother had some influence on this change. I can see that. Time? You check the time. It seems not to be time for class. Ah, I understood the joke. Chris, this whole partner thing, you didn't lose sleep over it, did you? I mean, I ate a pie over it. Lost sleep from being Susie's partner. Actually, my sleep quality increased. Yeah, my I slept a whole, like, 2 years waiting for this, right? 3 years? Came out in October. It was like Halloween or something of 2018 or 2019. I want to say it was 2018. Has it been 3 years? Gosh, I think it has. My sleep quality increased. Or was it 2017? No, it's definitely 2018. My sleep quality increased. Huh? Chris, that's good, I think. So maybe you were just... my sleep quality increased, but I'm oversleeping. That's an issue I tend to have sometimes. I sleep too much. 9 hours tends to be kind of common for me. I've sort of shrunk it down. I seem to be doing 8 pretty often now. But, you know, sometimes the 9s and 10s creep up on me, so... Staying up late, talking to Azrael online again? That was not happening, but it sounds cool to think about. Maybe we were Zooming, doing whatever the new kids do. They Zoom talk. Maybe they were FaceTiming. What are those fancy word-imagers that people do these days? I used to Skype. Now I just kind of use Discord for that stuff, but even then I haven't talked to anyone over Discord like that in a little bit. Wait, you can't do that, right? We can't? I hope the internet gets fixed soon. Oh, I have an internet problem? Do we all have internet problems? I don't want to revert into my primal form. Your anime fetish form? Alphys, why are you so sexual? Interesting. So you have internet issues. That's interesting. Okay. How cool, Susie. Well, look who it is, the school zombie. Did your look change? Is that your eye? Why is there no eyeball in your eye? Is your eye closed? Is that your eyelid? That's a weird look. Okay, that's more familiar. You were sleeping like a corpse all class. What's the matter? Had trouble going Betty by last night? A little bit, yeah. So I guess we're just going to have this updated sprite for the most part. Yeah, because Susie, her hair, she kept it in her eyes most of the time in Chapter 1. Now it's not in her eyes, so you can see, like, her yellow eyes in all their glory in the actual colored sprite. But in the text box sprite, like, is that meant to be an open eye, a closed eye? What is that? I don't know, it looks weird. Me too, Chris! What the heck? That's a new face! What, was it hard getting to sleep, or do you mean was it a good sleep? It was hard getting to sleep because you really want to go back to DeltaRune? Like I could sleep after yesterday! She's really freaked out. Just waiting for today felt like years! That's funny because, Okay, lots of new sprites for her. Okay, I like them for the most part. The one where she has, like, an eye, but, like, is it closed or not is weird, but... Did all that stuff really happen? I'm pretty sure it did, yeah. We can go back into Narnia and see if it happens again. Lancer, Ralsei, everyone, are they still... Look, is Jevil still in prison? Can I still fight him? I don't know. Look... You've been wondering the same thing, right? Come on already! Oh, wow! He just pulls me along. That face! I'm surprised this doesn't auto-advance, actually. You'd think it would auto-advance if it goes to a black screen like that. Also, I want to say, I could be wrong, but I want to say as she was pulling me, we got to look at Chris's eye and it was, like, red. Alright, Chris. This is it. Moment of truth. Time to find out if we were frickin' dreaming. Everything we've been waiting for is just behind this. So Susie seems like so much of her life is now bound around this DeltaRune world. Chris might be kind of indifferent to it, especially if it's the player that was taking action. And Chris also, you know, he hangs out with his brother when his brother's around. But Susie, this is really important to Susie. Like, Susie'd probably be okay. if she couldn't go back to DeltaRune, because she at least, I'm just calling it DeltaRune for convenience sake. I know it's not called DeltaRune, but, the Dark World. She'd probably be okay because she is kind of friends with Chris now, but it seems like a lot of for her is revolved around that. I don't know if she's like an orphan or something. She definitely has issues at home, in her home life, I would assume. That or she doesn't have a home life, one or the other. I wonder if we'll look into that a little bit. Because we've met a lot of people's parents. Like, we've seen, Reindeer Girl's parents, for example, or her dad at least. But Susie, we've not seen much in the way of parents, so... Ellipses. If we, open this and there's nothing inside... Oh, we're gonna go over that, okay. Will, we still be friends? Sure. Screw it, let's just open it already! We'll be friends. You don't have to tie your entire existence to Narnia when we don't know at what point we'll be locked out of Narnia forever. I think it's a scary slope for you to be locking yourself into. I mean, it's cool to check into it, but I think she's a little too heavily tied to it, which I get. Lancer's kind of her best friend right now, but, alright. Susie? Oh, fuck! Is she gonna be coming? Because that could really throw a wrench into things. Yeah? Ooh, that's a new song. Noelle, hey! What, the hell are you doing here? Noelle? Hell? Get it? I rhymed. Sorry to bother you, but, Birdley and I were going to the library to... Oh, you want her to come too. You're getting more forward with your advances. Do some more research for our group projects, and... If it's okay, would you want to come too? Susie, in this situation, will likely not read into the subtext at all. She probably doesn't know it's there, and Susie will likely just straight up say, no thanks. She'll be lucky if Susie says no thanks, actually. That means Susie's definitely growing based off of Chapter 1. I think there's a very real chance, especially based on Chapter 1, Susie could be like, yeah, fuck off, if this game used that kind of language, which, you know, it doesn't, but, you know, the PG version of fuck off. Would you want to come too? Oh, Chris, you can come too, I mean. I mean, that could be interesting. I doubt Chris would actually be interested in that. The player, you know, good boy player might be. Which, of course, how good the boy of the player is up for debate. Like, if the player is you, if it's meant to be a symbolization of you, then you decide if you're a good boy or not. But there was definitely an idea that Chris had some dissonance with who was ever controlling him in Chapter 1. If that's meant to be you, then I think there's an idea that you're meant to be a good person. Maybe it's not meant to be you, the player. Or it is meant to be you, the player, and you're supposed to accept that you're a good person. Even if you're not. Like, what if you want to be a bad person? You want to do that genocide run. You can come too, I mean. I mean, okay, that is a polite response for you, Susie. You didn't just say, nah. We're like, busy with, Chris, help me out here. What do we say? It's interesting. They're just trying to keep this as their fun little Narnia thing that they don't tell anyone about. Which I guess is fine, because they're supposed to be the Delta warriors and heroes or whatever, because if they explain this to other people, it's possible that, if we get logistical about it, if they explain this to, like, Toriel, their parents, or whatever, they might not let you go back, they might close the school down, investigate it, and we as the Delta warriors might not be able to do our Delta job and save the Delta universe. So it's probably for the best we keep it to ourselves. Susie, I'm sure, is just thinking from, oh, that was so fun, I want to see Lancer again perspective, but... What do we say? Crime, hanging out alone in the closet. Wait, what? Hanging out alone in the closet. We could just be honest. I don't know if we want to give Noelle the wrong idea, though. Like, you know, Chris Susie ship. Crime is the better answer, because if we say hanging out alone in the closet, if we say hanging out alone in the closet, yeah, we might break Noelle's heart. So I think we should say crime. If we say crime, though, Noelle might not leave us alone. Noelle might be like, what? What crime? Maybe in both cases, though, she'll investigate. I think crime is the less offensive way, because Noelle knows that Susie is a little problematic. So I think Noelle will be maybe okay with that. I don't know, more okay with saying we're shipped? Crime! You know, just committing crimes. Just gonna do some crimes and go to jail. we wanna go see Undyne. Forever! I love that face. Also, the comedic timing in text form is just brilliant on Toby's part. It sucks. Oh, well, that sounds, just... Have fun, you two! I'll, be at the library! Chris, if you could bring her by later. We'll see. Maybe are all the chapters, I wonder, gonna have this little section after you finish your Delta quest? Just explore the world and do some stuff? Maybe that'll be leading into, eventually, things going crazy outside of the Delta world. Or the Delta will come into conflict with the regular plane, and there might be some fights on the regular plane eventually. Or Chris will eventually go crazy because of the player maybe taking over and, you know, wreak havoc of himself, I'll call it himself, because, you know, whether Chris is meant to be a boy or because I'm a boy playing, I'm just gonna call Chris a he. What was I saying? Right. Chris, right, whether he goes crazy or, like, the Darkners invade, I think something is gonna happen to, like, essentially converge the fields, especially if if this is Sans' prequel, then there's gonna have to be some crossover at some point, right? So, if you could bring her by later, it would mean a lot to me. Does make me wonder how many chapters this game is meant to have. Something to think about. I would assume, based on Chapter 1's pace, I guess we can see how Chapter 2 plays out. But if I'm right that this is building up to some big Sans prequel, and depending on the length of the chapter, if the length of Chapter 2 is the same as the length as Chapter 1, I would assume this game is going to be at least 5 chapters. I could see it going 6, 7. 10's a bit long in my mind. I don't know, maybe, like, the idea is that it's going to be similar to Mother 3 in terms of rough pacing. I think of that as a chaptered game, like if we're comparing it to Earthbound and the Mother series, which Toby was inspired by, but it would mean a lot to me. Actually, wait a second. What? Susie, I have something for you. Oh, okay, you're being brave. Huh? Okay, see you, bye! That's a new face. Oh, the timing on this is perfect. It's perfect. I mean, I knew it would be perfect, but the expression quality, I think, has improved. For sure. Ooh? What'd you get, Susie? What's the present? Can you use it in battle in the Delta world? It's a lunchbox? Oh, yes! A boxed lunch! Anime tropes! Yes! Full of chalk? She does like chalk! She did eat all the chalk in Chapter 1. Susie, did you do that just to rebel, or do you genuinely like chalk? Because it'd be kind of awkward if you just did it to rebel. Ellipses! Exclamation point! She had chalk the whole time? And you're gonna get mad about it? Mad about it, why? Because you could have been eating more chalk if she'd been giving it to you? Or because she could have given the chalk to Alpha so you wouldn't have had to come to the closet? But it's good then, because coming to the closet is what led us to meet Lancer and stuff, right? So, it's good. And didn't give it to Alphys? She probably went out of her way to get it. I assume she went out of her way to get a lot of chalk to give to you today. I understand your misconception, though. What the hell, Chris? You do say hell, interesting. This game's a little more PG. PG than Undertale. I don't know if anyone said hell. Maybe. They definitely, I don't think, ever said fuck, but... Here, you hold on to this. Okay. Can we use this as an actual snack in the Delta world? I assume so. Maybe it's like this chapter's equivalent to Undertale's butterscotch pie, beefscotch pie, where it heals everything. You got the chalk. Wait, Chris! What the hell was that? Why would Noelle ask me to do homework with her? Are you getting some insight? Death wish much? Does she want to fail? Maybe she wants you to succeed. She's good at succeeding. She wants to rub her success off on you. So how would you view that? It's interesting, you know, when you're someone who's just like a failure or whatever, and there's some success, and you're not a bad person, I would say. Especially not now, but even before chapter 1, you were good on the inside. But she comes up, she says, hey, do you want to study together? Your perspective is that she's just a nice person, that she probably wouldn't expect the romantic advances. She'd probably be blind to that sort of thing. So maybe it would just be she wants to improve you, she wants to help you, she could just be a good person in that way. I think that's the normal outcome to come to, even though you wouldn't expect it. Ellipses. Wait a second. Chris, did you notice how nervous she was? Maybe Susie's gonna think, of course, she's trying to get to me to get to you. She actually likes you, I bet. And like blushing and stuff? Let me guess, she's gonna think that she likes me, right? Chris, you don't think she... She's onto our secret identities! Okay, that's the other option. Is that she knows about the DeltaRune world. She wants in on that action. She's trying to be subtle, though. Maybe. You know, this dark world stuff. I guess that is a conclusion you could come to. Interesting. So that's how your mind works, huh? You don't think about any of the romantic subtext. Not even towards Chris as a potential. You just think, of course, because so much of your life at this point is tied to the dark world. So much of your purpose of self is tied to the dark world. And how cool that was, and how you're like a Delta warrior or whatever. Okay. So that's where your mind goes when she probes, huh? Dark world stuff. Damn, we gotta keep this under wraps, Chris. I gotta make sure we don't get caught in jail and go to police forever. Wait, what? Make sure we don't get caught by jail and go to police forever. Yeah, sounds right. This is our thing, you know? Yeah, I get it. Some people might try to flame me in the comments because I got all up in arms. There's a certain other game. I won't name names. But you like go into like an alternate dimension. And I'm like, we should, you know, inform people about this. But I think the circumstances are very different. And we're also like, we know for that like from a prophecy, we're super important saviors. So it's different. People who know what I'm talking about. Anyway, enough rating already, right? Also, Susie's a bit of a rebel, so it's definitely understandable that within Susie's character, she would want to not tell people about this. Like, she even just explained why she doesn't want to tell people about this. And Chris is barely a character. I mean, I don't think Chris isn't a character, but Chris is a very submissive character, especially if Chris is being controlled by us. So it makes perfect sense that us would want to not tell. In addition to all those reasons, why not telling makes logistical sense. Let's go! Whoa! Okay, that's fun. And it worked? Yeah, it worked. Seeing Susie's transition like that is nice, because in Chapter 1, when I saw her after entering Delta Order for the first time, it didn't cross my mind that she was different. Chris definitely looks different, but... Oh, yeah, you're just with me, okay. Can we talk? Can we smooch? Okay. 120 HP, 140 HP, 918 dark dollars. Dark candy. Okay, yeah, I guess this is all the items I had before. Lancer cookie, club sandwich, light candy, choco diamond, toss key, cell phone. It can be used to make calls. You tried to call on the cell phone. So, again, I'm in the loop on nothing but garbage noise. I'm in the loop on a lot of DeltaRune nonsense. So I believe that's meant to be gaster noises. I don't really know what that means, but I think that's like a gaster thingamajigger. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But, okay. Dark candy. Heals 40 HP. A red and black star that tastes like marshmallows. A Lancer cookie. Cookie shaped like Lancer's face. Maybe not a cookie. Heals 1 HP? I think it heals more for Susie. I think that sounds correct in my head. Club. Or maybe it just healed more in the Lancer's dad boss fight. That's also possible. A sandwich that can be split into 3. Heals 70 HP to the team. It's quite small, but some people really like it. Plus question HP. White candy with a chalky texture. It'll recover 120. Ooh, sounds. Equip. Attack 13. Defense 6. Magic 0. Cuteness. That's right. Okay. A wood practice blade with a carbon reinforced core. Red scarf ragger. Are those the items that Ralsei wasn't wearing, or did I get Ralsei's equipment, I wonder? A basic scarf made of lightly magical fiber. No, you can't. And then a rugged scarf that cuts enemies like a dagger. White ribbon. Crinkly hair ribbon that slightly increases your defense. Shackle that ironically increases your attack and defense. Right. From when we were in jail in Chapter 1. Yeah, okay, okay. So this stuff carries over. All right. But I wonder, how much of the choices carry over. That's nice that this carries over. Okay. We could have potentially started from scratch, but we didn't. Oh, wait. Can we equip... right, we can equip Susie. Because she's got main axe, amber card, amber card. And how much do I know... Right. The only way to know how much it increases by is by unequipping and equipping. Is that the idea? Is there, like, any button I can press? Like, triangle. Square. Okay, you would just have to do this. So it goes 1 attack and 2 defense, and then this is 2 defense, and my cuteness. And then I can't equip nothing, but I believe it's giving me +1 attack. Or it's giving me nothing. That's possible. Beginner's axe forged from the mane of a dragon whelp. Let's see. A thin square charm that sticks to you, increasing defense. So we got 4 defense, 1 magic. Oh, you have magic now. Interesting. Maybe you learned some stuff from Lancer. Hey, hands off. Okay, Susie's still alright. I was wondering if Susie would still be like that. Susie's still very possessive of her stuff, even now that, she's more in line with, with doing what you want, but she's still not going to give you her shit once you equip it to her. I like that. Okay. So I can't check how much this increases by. I assume 2? 2 each? Probably. And then for this... Wait, so we have 2 defense naturally. Maybe Amber Card only does 1 defense. Maybe. Power. 13 attack, 6 defense. Guts. 2 guts. 2 guts. Purple, yes. Magic 1. Rudeness, 89. Purple, yes. Love it. Level 2 leader. Level 2 Dark Knight. We're level 2 now? Wait, are we level 2? Hold on. Wait, did we level up? Wait, are we level 2? But we got no experience. But we leveled up automatically? Maybe my theory about getting experience is wrong then. I don't know. I'll stick to it for now, but level 2 leader commands the party with various acts. Do all sorts of things. It isn't magic. Susie, level 2 Dark Knight. Does damage using dark energy. Rude Buster. Deals moderate rude elemental damage to one foe. Depends on attack and magic. I love. It's called Rude Elemental. It's so good. Config. Master volume. Oh, interesting. Controls. Simplify VFX. What is that? I don't know what that means. Visual effects. What's simplified, though? Full screen on. Auto run on. Oh, can I turn auto run? How does auto run work? Hold on. Right. Oh, you move so slow without auto run on. I can see why I would have that on. Full screen. That's good. Back to title. And then we're good. We're good. Yeah, it's fine. We're good. We're fine. Master volume 60. I guess I'll keep it there. It does seem correct. But you can't individually change the volume. I think it'd be nice if you could change the sound effects from the music, but yeah. Alright. Let's continue then. Whee! Here we are. Can we go in any of the shops? Oh! Yep, there's Rolsei. Alright, I'm gonna say this. I don't know if it's a hot take or not. I liked Rolsei when Rolsei had their hood on, or whatever. Their little thing that made them look green and black, or, you know, more green and black. I'm not as much of a fan of this look. Just, you know, just gonna throw that out there, but whatever. It's fine. Chris, Susie, it's been ever so long. How long? It's been a day. For your universe, has it been like a year or something? Yeah. It's been what, a day? Oh, that is short, isn't it? It's just that I've never had friends before. Oh, that's so cute and stuff. I was wondering if for a second it was going to be like a Narnia time thing where it was a day for you, it was a month for me. So I've never waited so long to see them again either. Fine, guess we'll try not to let you die of loneliness. Is that a death flag? I bet Lancer wants to see us too, right? Hey, wait a sec. Where's Lancer? He's part of the fuck squad now. I think I called it the fuck squad. Or did I call it the Lancer fan club? It might be the Lancer fan club. Where is Lancer? Where's everybody? I mean, nobody was around the first time around when we came through here. Because Rolsei had issues with the temple or whatever, and all the creatures... I mean, maybe because the king was taken out of commission, in theory, they would be hanging out now, but maybe the queen came or something, because the king said something... he had this whole monologue about how the queen is coming, and then I think... the knight. The king mentioned the knight, and I think Jevil in one of his monologues alludes to the queen or something. Where's everybody? Worry not, Susie. You'll see them in a moment. Oh? Are they all hanging out? Are they all eating a cake or whatever? You said you were going to make a cake or whatever when the whole thing was over. Just wait here, all right. Is this a trap? Are you an evil Rolsei? Okay. Hey, this better not be some kind of prank or something. Who do you think he is, Chris? Chris, I have something to ask you. Uh-oh. You seem serious. Why are you serious? What do you want? I need you to return to the light world. What? You know a lot about this. And go to the old classroom. To the east of the closet doors. The old classroom? The kindergarten classroom? What do you mean? Also, go to the light world. Why do you know so much about the light world? Are you connected with real world Asriel, I wonder? Interesting. I didn't expect you to know this much about the light world. Inside, gather everything on the ground. Oh, shoot, are we getting trippy? Because I know in Chapter 1, when you finish, there's a bunch of stuff that just ends up on the floor. Like, for example, Sean, or Sham. His name is Sham. You see, like, a cat. Like, you see, like, stuff like, oh, checkerboard and stuff. Everything that's representative of this world is, like, lying on the ground. Is that what I need to gather up to make it real in this world? Gather everything on the ground. And bring it back here, could you? Okay, I don't know if I trust you anymore, Rolsei. What is this? Do you know about the trippiness of this world, that it's not real? Because Jevil seemed to come to some weird conclusion that everything was a lie and wasn't real. Or at least that was implied. And it seems like there's reason to think that. It certainly seems real, but it could be a spell being cast by Rolsei to mess with us. Is Rolsei Asriel? In which case, is Asriel being a douche? Or, is Lancer fake too? This is very sketchy. Rawl, say, are you like a plot twist bad guy? Because you seemed so wholesome in Chapter 1, but at the same time, maybe even too wholesome. You seem to have a little bit of development at the end there when you're like, maybe people can be okay, but... Very sketchy. No, you said maybe people can't be okay because you had the development that the king couldn't be beaten without, putting him to sleep or throwing him in the dungeon or whatever. You couldn't beat him through kindness. He had to learn that, he was like the Undertale character who thought everything would work out okay, and then he had to learn that the DeltaRune style is not everything will always work out okay. And he was like, but that's okay anyways, we can make it work. But maybe there's a plot twist with him anyways. That's sketchy as fuck, I'll say. Looks like a shop, but the door is locked and no one's inside. It's locked. Also, how much exploration were we going to be able to do with the light world on our own? Chris, go to the old classroom and bring everything back here. It's where you returned to the light world last time. And you're hiding what the truth of it is. Ooh, you're very sketchy now, Ralsei. Head east after you exit the dark world. And it all splatted on the floor? Was it a poorly conceived part of your spell when we exited the light world? So Ralsei, you're not going to put your hat back on? Why? Did I look cuter before? I don't know if I would say you look cuter, but I did like your design more. Cute isn't the word I would use, but... no, I just mean... You think I look cuter now? It was just nicer seeing less of you! You're making me blush! Nicer seeing less of you? Okay, I think I can agree with that. And she's blushing about it being nicer? What? It's locked. You look upon the castle you first saw yesterday. You are filled with the power of immediate nostalgia. Sure. Oh, it's the time is counting as I'm here. Before I save, I will actually make a split in the video or end the video. I'm not done playing yet. This might be the end of the video, but I want to stop the recording first because there's not like there is multiple save points. It seems. I'll see if I can like copy the save points over because that would be convenient for recording purposes in case anything ever screws up. Now in this case, it's all just the first session anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But I'm gonna check.